Good day everyone, I am Jelena Villian, and today I will be going to discuss about the legal basis of Mtb-Mle, or also known as the Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education. So inside of the legal basis, we have a provision. It is include the Republic Act number 10157, or also known as the Kindergarten Education. So here, the curriculum is designed to cater all the needs of the learners who are gifted, and especially to those who have disabilities and other diverse learners by adopting services to the standard provided. Next one is this act, which is the Kindergarten Education, is approved on January 20, 2012 and took effect on March 14, 2012. So according to the section 12, it says that this act shall take effect in 15 days in the publication, wherein the members of House of Representatives, secretaries, etc. are the one who consults and manage this kinds of act. Next one, which is a section 1, the title. So here, it is referred to the implementing of rules and regulation for the Republic Act 10157, or also known as the Kindergarten Education Act. So here, it is institutionalized as the basic part of education. And also, it is implemented partially as a compulsory and mandatory for the entrance of grade 1. Next one, which is Section 2, Declaration of Policy. So here, according to the Section 2, it says that it should provide an equal opportunities for all the learners to avail or accessible in compulsory and mandatory kindergarten education. And also, it promotes physical, social, emotional, and intellectual skills. Next one, which is Section 3, Definition of Terms. So here, in implementing rules and regulation, we have some terms that we need to define and adopted. First is Act. When we say Act, this is the Republic Act 10157, or also known as the Kindergarten Education Act. Next one is BEE. When we say BEE, this is the Bureau of Elementary Education. So the purpose of BEE is to provide access, progress, and quality in elementary education. Next one is the Mother Tongue. So when we say Mother Tongue, this is the home language, or the first language learned by a child. Next one is KAGC. So when we say KAGC, this is the Kindergarten Education General Curriculum. So here, it shall mean that the standard curriculum of kindergarten education should be developed by the Department of Education. Next one is IRR. IRR is the Implementing Rules of Regulation for the Republic Act 10157. Next one is Kindergarten Education. So here, it should have a one school year for the preparatory education for all the learners at least 5 years old as a prerequisite for grade 1. Next one is Mtb-Mle. So here, it is a formal or non-formal education which learners' language or mother tongue are used in the classroom. And the last one is DepEd. So this is the Department of Education. Next is Section 5, Medium of Instruction. So here, it is taught that the mother tongue-based multilingual education is being adopted, and also the mother tongue of the learners should be the primary medium of instruction in terms of teaching and learning kindergarten level in the public schools. And under the Section 5, we have some exceptional cases. First is when the pupils in the kindergarten classroom have a different mother tongue, or when some of them speak another mother tongue. So it falls in using bilingual, wherein the children are uses 2 or more languages. Next one is when the teacher does not speak the mother tongue of the learners. So there is circumstances that some teachers didn't understand or didn't familiar about the different languages, and it falls in the disadvantage of a teacher. Next one is when resources in line with the use of the mother tongue are not yet available. So when we say resources, this is the reference of the mother tongue, wherein, for example, the language term, when you research it or find it in the books or the internet, some pages or sites are not fully available. Next one is when teachers are not yet trained on how to implement the Mtb-Mle program. So here, if the teachers are not yet trained in teaching mother tongue, there's a possibility that he or she has lack of knowledge, skills, and strategies in teaching Mtb. To sum up, the primary medium of instruction should be determined by the DepEd or Department of Education in terms of teacher training, providing a production of resources and materials. And that's for all today. And the next reporter will be discussed by Bermas, and it is entitled the Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. Thank you.
Okay, so let us now continue to the next slide. Okay, so my topic is implementing rules and regulations of the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, Republic Act number 10533. Okay, so let's start. Enhanced Basic Education Act 10533. An act enhancing the Philippine basic education system by strengthening its curriculum and increasing the number of years of core basic education. So, sa nag-start ng elementary, meron tayong 6 years na tinatawag, which is the primary level. Next is the secondary level, and sa yung pagdating naman ng college. Nung senior high, nagkaroon ng batas na yung pag-implement ng K-12 sa Pilipinas, which is yung 2 taon. So, bali, nung high school tayo is naging 6 years yung implementation. I mean, yung pananatili ng mga high school students sa secondary level. Okay. Yung Enhanced Basic Education ay na-approve siya noong May 15, 2013 and which took effect on June 8, 2013 ng Department of Education, CHED, and the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, which is the TESDA, hereby issue the following rules and regulation to implement the provisions of the Act. So sila yung mga nagtulong-tulong para ma-implement ng maayos yung batas na inilabas ng DepEd and the government. So, ayun, sila yung mga nagtulong-tulong upang maisa batas na ito at maisali na siya sa ating rules and implementations. The next topic is about the mother language or first language. It refers to the language or language first learned by a child. When he or she is identified as a native language used by others, which he or she knows best or uses most. So, nung mga baby pa tayo, ang una natin sinasabi ay mama, papa, and yung mga language na ginagamit na ating parents sa loob ng ating bahay. Which is, madali nating na-adapt kasi itinuturo at naririnig mismo natin sa ating mga nakakasalamuha sa loob ng bahay. And yeah. So, this includes Filipino Sign Language used by individuals with pertinent disabilities. And kasali din yung mga sign language, which is para dun sa may mga kapansanan with disabilities. Katulad ng mga bata hindi makapagsalita, hindi makarinig, yung mga problema sa kanilang mga katawan, which is hindi nila kaya makapag-communicate. So they use their own language. So they use their hands and by by moving it in a good way, which can give a meaning. And the regional or native language refers to the traditional speech variety or variety of Filipino Sign Language existing in a region, area, or place. So, ayun nga. So, may mga bata na tinuturuan kung ano yung pwede nalang gawin. Tinuturuan, sa schools, may mga nagtuturo kung paano gawin yung language na sa pamagitan ng kamay, di ba? Itinuturo siya ng mga teachers. Especially yung mga bata nag-aaral sa mga special education schools, na ganyan klase ng pagtuturo. Okay. Next slide. DepEd Order 31, Section 2013 and DepEd Order 31, Section 2012 contravene Mtb-Mle provisions of RA 10533. So, okay, it tackles here that the K-12 Basic Education Program, the Department of Education, through the Bureau of Elementary Education, issues the following clarifications on the policy of guidelines on the implementation of the language learning areas and their time allotment in grade 1 and grade 2 as stated in the enclosure note numbers 1 and 2, DepEd Order number 31, section 2012. So the next next slide, may itatakan natin about kung ano yung ang sinasabi nito. Okay? So now we will talk about the mother tongue. Okay, so mother tongue is used as a medium of instruction, which is the MOI for grade 1 and grade 2 in teaching mathematics, science, araling panlipunan, music, arts, physical education and health, which is the MAPE, and edukasyon sa pagpapakatao. So, doon kapag doon sa grade 1 and grade 2, mother tongue po yung ginagamit nila. Ayan, mother tongue po yung ginagamit. Okay, so, next slide is also about mother tongue. Mother tongue is taught as a separate learning area in grades 1 and 2. Filipino as a learning area is first introduced in grade 1. So, yung Filipino siya, grade 1 pa lang, tinuturo nito sa mga bata. Lahat ng subjects ay tinuturo mo na sa salitang Filipino bago siya i-translate ng English o bago sila turuan magsalita ng English or paano intindihin yung mga sinasabi. Okay, so, ano yun, itinuturo yung Filipino language sa grade 1 and 2 during the second quarter, hanggang second quarter. And then naman, sa grading period naman, English naman yung ginagamit. Grading period, English po ang ginagamit. So, as a learning area is first, English as a learning area is first introduced in grade 1 during the third quarter in grading period. So, yung first quarter and second quarter, Tagalog po yung ginagamit doon sa subject na itinuturo. And pagdating naman ng third quarter in grading, final grading, ganyan. English na yung itinuturo, hindi na po pure Tagalog. So, bali, hati siya. Ayun po, English and Filipino and English. Ayun. Next slide tayo. Okay, so let's now proceed to the continuation. Okay, so it says here that all other assurances related to the implementation of the K-12 Basic Education Program, such as a DepEd Memorandum Number 46, Section 2013, entitled Special Instruction for Grade 1 Children under the K-12 Basic Education Program. So, yun po yung isa. And next naman is the DepEd Order Number 14 S 2013, which is entitled Strengthening the K-12 Basic Education Program Delivery System for elementary education shall be enforced. So, kinakailangan yung dalawang yun is maipatupad siya sa lahat ng antas ng paaralan dito sa buong Pilipinas. Dahil nakasaad din yun sa rules and nasa batas po siya. So, kailangan talaga siya gamitin. And hindi siya pwedeng kontra yung kahit na kasi once dahil na-approve na po yun. Na-approve na po yung dalawa. And, okay, so likewise, this clarification shall be subject to possible changes after curriculum finalization. So, that's it. Doon po natatapos lahat po ng report namin. Yung mga sinabi ko is continuation lang and quick review po din sa aming report. Okay, thank you.